We're here at the TERRIO Edge. We're in a 24,000 square foot facility. And we're on a search for Steve Sabonia. So let's go see if we can find him. Hey, it's Tim TERRIO back again up at the Fresno Edge, hanging out. We finally found the man, Steve Sabonia. The man, the myth, the legend, right? Anyhow,
I'll go along with that.
not gonna cut that down. So anyhow, for those of you in the Fresno market, you know Steve. He was the trainer at Fresno State for how many years?
I was up there for 10 years.
10 years at Fresno State, and then has trained almost every pro guy that's come out of this area and gal.
Quite a few of them,
Yeah, so he's got a long history. Steve and I actually go all the way back to Montana, two Helena boys.
Yeah.
Somehow reconnected in Fresno, California. We're not sure how that happened, but we're good to hook back up again. Today we want to talk about, I know there's the question out there of, there's a bunch of sports training centers popping up all over the place, and everybody's talking about these different programs. And just from your background, what is the importance of having an actual, well, first of all, there's a difference, right? Certified strength conditioning specialist, there's actual trained sports therapists.
Correct, no question. There's a big difference between a strength and conditioning coach and a personal trainer.
Right.
Personal trainer typically is going to be there for program design, the nuts and bolts of a program, a run you through your program, so on. Usually more of a one-on-one type situation.
Right.
Whereas a strength and conditioning coach is going to take into consideration all the components of the sport, whether it be what time of year it is,
right,
which I think we talked about. We're going to do maybe a blog on that,
right,
different phases later. But what time of year it is, what are the the physical components of the sport, whether it be power, speed, agility, change of direction, the ability to stop, where forces have to be applied, at the rate that they have to be applied, and so on. And then also that person has to have the ability to evaluate, which I think the evaluation part probably being very, very important. Evaluate where that person is in that sport, because there's all different levels of sports, right? From beginning to very advanced and so on, and have the ability to recognize where they are physically in those levels and where they need to be, where they need to go.
Yeah.
Because I've got plenty of guys that are great in the weight room that might not be that great at football players, just because their ability to transfer to the field isn't there. So that's probably the most important component.
Yeah, I think that's huge. And the big thing, there's certified strength coaches out there. There's personal trainers, but you got to find that person that understands the sport. I explain all the time to people when they ask me, what's the difference between sports physical therapy and regular physical therapy? And you hit on it. I said, it's the amount of stress the body has to go through, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you take a regular personal trainer, no knock on you guys, but if you're working with a 40-year-old housewife or a working guy versus that athlete that's trying to become a Division I athlete, there's so many more forces that you have to accomplish, right? Or have to account for.
No kid. The ability to take forces, to generate forces, the ability to stop is huge.
Right.
You're going full speed, you've got to stop in a split second. And, we don't have to do that anymore.
Right, exactly.
But
just when I sit down at my desk.
Yeah, the athlete does. And doing that multiple times in an individual sporting session, whether it be football or basketball or tennis or something like that puts dramatic stresses on the joints and tendons, ligaments, that kind of stuff. So the training for that, but also the therapy part.
Right. I mean, if you look at a fastball, a pitcher throwing a fastball, right? They calculate the angular velocity of the arm at about 6,500 degrees per second. So that's a lot of force that your body not only has to do once, but hundreds of times. Then you look at these current football players, right? NFL football players, 260, 270, running 4.6s, 4.7 40s.
Yeah.
That's a lot of meat to start and stop in a real short amount of time, right?
That's right, definitely. And you get somebody that's running that fast, and it is remarkable the amount of inertia that they're generating.
Right.
And being able to stop that person, big difference. 2 years ago, I was doing on the field pass rush drills with one of my professional guys. At the time, he's a defensive end, weighed about 265. And he thought I was going one way, and I thought he was going the other way, but we met head to head. I don't even remember hitting the ground. I was completely out. But that is what I'm saying, is that those guys are going so fast, and it's just amazing that the forces that they have to encounter just to even move their bodies.
Yeah, it's the dangers of being a strength coach. Too.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful of where you're standing.
That's right.
All right, well, that's cool for today. Thanks for talking about this. We're going to be talking about some other stuff in the near future about types of the different phases and trying to build the program on an annual basis, right? Because we got to get into some other things with these other programs, but we'll save that for another day.
Sounds good.
All right.